What if I told you we just got an 84% webinar attendance rate for a client in one of the hardest niches to market? And no, we didn't bribe people. We didn't use fake scarcity. We didn't even remind them 47 times. We just did 3 things differently. And one of them is something almost nobody's doing yet. Hey, it's Terrence here. Look, if you've run webinars before, you know the painful truth. Industry data shows average attendance rates hover between 35–45% on a good day. Some people are lucky to hit 25%. Think about that for a second. You spend all this money on ads, get people registered, and then 3/4 of them ghost you. It's like throwing a party where most of your guests don't show up. Depressing, right? But we just pulled off 84% attendance for a client, which is pretty insane. So here's the quick case study on how we did it. First, let me give you context about this client because it makes the results even more impressive. They're in the spiritual healing space. Now, if you know anything about marketing, you know this is a tough niche. Facebook hates it. Google side-eyes it. And the audience? They've been burned by so many fake gurus that their BS detectors are on overdrive. Plus, this particular client works with deep trauma and energy healing. Not exactly the easiest thing to explain in an ad, you know? So when they came to us, I'll be honest, I was sweating a little. But here's the first thing we did differently. Instead of just guessing what would resonate with their audience, we let AI do the heavy lifting. We scraped hundreds of comments from spiritual healing Facebook groups. We analyzed Reddit threads where people talked about their healing journeys. We even pulled testimonials from competitors' YouTube videos. Then we fed all of this into what we call Project OG. It's our custom AI workflow that uses ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, even Grok. And these AI basically tell each other to continuously work, refine, and do some QC on the research materials, right? So the final output was a customer avatar so detailed, it was like we'd been inside these people's heads. We knew their exact language. Not, I want to feel better, but I feel so stuck in where I am at life right now, and nothing seems to help me move past that feeling. See the difference? One's kind of generic, the other makes someone go, hey, are you reading my journal? Second thing, and this is where most agencies completely drop the ball, we didn't just write one ad and pray. We ran what we call a PBH test. That's pain benefit headline. Basically, we created 20 different pain statements, tested them with small budgets to see which ones got the highest engagement. Then we did the same with benefits, then headlines. By the time we launched the actual webinar campaign, we weren't guessing anymore. We knew that talking about this particular headline got 3x more clicks than that particular headline. We didn't stop there, of course. We made over 10 different ads for the first actual campaign, just so we could really hone in on what works and find our winning ad. And boy, did we find it. 18% click-through rate, $450 cost per lead, and 84% show-up rate, meaning that the vast majority of those leads were exactly the kind of people who'd be interested in our client's webinar. Now, the third thing we did is a bit special. Because we didn't just run a traditional webinar for this client, we used something called a sprint webinar. Let me explain because this is important. Traditional webinars are 60–90 minutes, but here's the thing. The world's average attention span has dropped, and not everyone has the capacity to sit still for 90 minutes. People are busy. They're distracted. They've sat through too many 90-minute pitch fests disguised as training. So sprint webinars, they're 20 minutes or less, that's it. Quick hit, pure value. For this spiritual healing client, it was perfect. Instead of trying to explain complex energy healing concepts for an hour, we gave them one powerful breakthrough in 15 minutes. People could watch it during their lunch break. They didn't need to block out their entire evening. And because it was short, that made people more likely to show up. Think about it. Would you rather commit to 90 minutes or 15 minutes? It's like the difference between agreeing to a dinner date versus grabbing a quick coffee. One feels like a commitment, the other feels easy. So those 3 things combined helped us crush it with this client's webinar ads. So yeah, just a cool case study for webinars. More specifically, a case study for sprint webinars. If you want to learn more about sprint webinars or any of our marketing strategies like the PBH test, which are kind of crazy, but as you can see, the results speak for themselves, then you can check out the links in the show notes. And hey, if you're sitting on a webinar that's getting super low attendance rates, maybe it's time to try something different. Thanks for your time. I'll catch you on the next episode.